and this is what I've studied with the sales strengths identifier AI, is that there are patterns that show up always, specific attributes that show up. There's 54 of them, and different attributes are more important for a different type of sale. So when you leverage something like that AI, and you understand, okay, ideally, if you have a team in place, then you assess that team and you can see, for the top performers, to Tony's point, what are the patterns that are showing up for success that aren't showing up here? And so you get to leverage that AI and that data, number one, for training if you have an existing team, because there are no perfect sales reps. There are no perfect AIs. There's no perfect assessments. So your training needs to be focused on closing the gaps in the areas where they're weak. So you don't want to train all your reps on all this stuff, or if you do, only once when you start. And I'll get into the technology of training in just a second, because that's an important piece. But then you leverage that same approach now with hiring. So, all right, well, now I know that the attributes that produce the best results in this particular type of sales environment are these. Now when I hire, I don't even necessarily need to ask for resumes. I mean, you do it because it's expected. You have them take the AI, they shoot a video introducing themselves, and then in the interview, instead of asking them questions and them selling themselves on you, you put them into specific role plays in the scenarios where they're weak. So you put them into the role plays that they're going to be doing if it's outbounding, that they're going to be doing if it's consultative, and you just tell them like, hey, this is the best way for us to both have success and be sure it's a fit for you and a fit for us and that you're going to make money, is to go through these role plays. Like, let's find out. And you do it. And if they hit those hurdles, you likely have a good hire. If they don't, you've saved tens of thousands of dollars, and they didn't come on for a job that they weren't a fit for. And I don't mean to go on and on, but this is one of the best things I learned from Chet Holmes, is you've got to understand their rejection armor, their ability to overcome objections. And even if that interview goes really, really well, you got to say something like, hey, Brad, this interview is going well. You know, you seem like you're a good salesman. I don't have the feel that you'd be a good fit in my environment. You know, and as hard as it is, especially if you're building a team and you feel like you need them, if they thank you and walk out, then it's tough, but you saved a lot of money. But they're like, hold on a second, Neal, I don't know what you're talking about. We just uncovered, these are your, this is the challenge. This is how I can help you. You've said this would be a great fit. What am I missing here? Well, now you have someone who knows that if they can't overcome objections for their own talent, they're sure as hell not going to come up with overcoming objections in a sales environment. That's the theory behind that.